can't think of running all the time, but he has some t-shirts for us here. The idea is that how we are beginning our conversations is bringing also some new folks in, so you know who we are partnering with, who we are stakeholders. And Mass Hire not only is a neighbor up the street to us, but a very strong partners economic development wise, as well as workforce. So, Don, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Make sure you grab the school stuff and tell your friends and family about it.
We will be posting about this in our newsletter. And it's also meeting, so
So our world will continue from the road.
I did actually.
thank you.
Thanks. Have a great evening.
Good night. Thank you. Hi, John. All right, so we're ready?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So hello, everyone. So nice to see everyone in person and those at home. Hello. All right, so now being June 29th, I'll call the Old Colony Planning Council meeting to order. First item on our agenda is roll call. So Mary, who's doing roll call? Is that you are? Okay.
Yes. So do you want to do the accessibility statement, please?
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already got it here now. All right, this meeting is accessible to people with disabilities. Microphones and telephones will be used by all speakers. Large print materials are available upon request. If you would like either of these accommodations, please contact Mary Waldron at 508-583-1833, extension 202. The notice of non-discrimination rights and protections to beneficiaries with regard to the Title VI non-discrimination protections and the state non-discrimination protections is posted in this meeting room and is available on the Old Colony Planning Council website. Please contact Mary Waldron at 508-583-1833, extension 202 for more information. All right, thank you, Mary.
And I'll do the roll call,
Beautiful,
and then we'll go into consent agenda after that.
beautiful.
Okay, for the roll call, Abington,
Present.
Stephen Sanderson, thank you. Avon,
Delegate.
and then also,
Alternate.
thank you, John, thank you, Frank. Bridgewater, Sandy is not able to attend today. Brockton, neither Sydney nor Preston are able to attend today. Duxbury does not have a delegate. East Bridgewater,
Present.
in the house. Easton, Jean Marie, is she on? I do not see her. I thought she was coming. She may be coming. Halifax. Hanover is going to be snapping a delegate coming soon. So Hanson.
Present. Present. Delegate.
Thank you, Tony. Kingston. Belmassard, I think she's on her way. Pembroke.
Becky Coletta here on the phone.
Thank you,
On my
Becky.
way.
Thank you, Becky. Is Alicia coming? I don't know. Okay, we'll go back.
I'm not sure.
Plymouth. I know Lee Hartman, I think you're on.
Yeah, Delegate Lee Hartman.
Thank you, Lee. Plimpton,
Here, delegate.
Stoughton,
Delegate.
West Bridgewater,
Delegate.
Whitman. Well, actually, delegate to be, because he's still delegate as of, is that correct, or are you delegate currently?
I'm delegate currently.
Perfect, thank you.
She's been sworn in as at that time.
Perfect, thank you very much. Noreen O'Toole, if you have not met her, she is the new delegate from Whitman, replacing Fred Gometti and Dan Salvucci. So we do have a quorum now.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'd like the first item to take up the consent agenda. Is everyone, is there anything that someone would like to have removed from the consent agenda? All right, seeing no hands, hearing no voices, I'll make a motion that we accept the items on the consent agenda as presented in the packet.
Second.
All right, we have a second motion, and a second. Can you do roll call vote, Mary?
Ken, Abington,
Accept.
Avon,
Accept.
East Bridgewater, Hanson,
Accept.
Pembroke,
Except,
Plymouth,
Accept.
Plimpton,
Except,
Stoughton,
Accept.
West Bridgewater,
Accept.
Whitman.
Accept.
It's unanimous.
awesome, thank you very much. All right, Mary, did you want to take the agenda in order?
Yes, please.
Okay, so staff reports?
Actually, we are, for those, we're going to not have a staff report. Instead, there is the annual report that you have in front of you for those members here. It was emailed to those who are on virtually. We'll get you a hard copy. It is a look back of the year from July 1st of 2021 to June 30th, tomorrow. A lot of work, as many of you have seen throughout the year. I cannot thank the staff. This truly takes a village, from people who are part-time, 10 hours a week, to those that are, putting in gazillion hours. So that is the staff report.
Excellent. It looked great. It really did. It's so professional, really beautiful. Okay, so next item is 2022, 2023 OCPC officers.
So we need to table that because Valerie is not here and I'm going to need to double check that.
Okay, so we'll hold that. All right, how about the FY23 OCPC budget?
Yes, so Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
Megan will be pulling that up on the screen.
I'm working on it.
Thank you. And Megan, if you could just.
Yeah, I'm going, don't you worry. That's May.
Am I blocking the screen? Can you
No,
guys
you're
see
not,
it?
Chris,
Okay.
you're all right. You're good.
Keep going, you'll get one budget, you just let me know. This one? Nope.
We're getting there, getting close.
We're getting there. Nope, definitely not that. There we are. All right, hold on, let me make this big. Oh, whoa. Hold on.
You can speak up just louder if you want to stand up.
Do you want me to go through the whole line by line or?
I think if you can kind of give an overview and then see. if
Yes,
there's any-
we've discussed this
Yes, we have.
kind of ad nauseam.
So thank you.
Maybe if there's questions.
Okay, everyone, so here is the FY23 proposed budget. I did make a few changes in lieu of our meeting last night. I have reduced the salaries from what it was before, because our assisted living specialist will be going out on, I think, about a 6-month leave. I've also reduced things that are attached to the assisted living budget have also been reduced. I think that's the only thing I actually really changed on here. I bumped up the utilities a little bit. But everything else is the same as it has been. It looks like we have a surplus starting out of $126,755. The overall percent change from last year to the new year is 2.14%, which is a dollar change of $50,375. So if everybody wants to just look over the list, if anyone has any questions.
Doug, did you have anything you wanted to say?
No,
About the
I mean, we
budget?
went through this budget for the last 2 months, at least 6 or 7 times. I mean, everything on there makes sense when you're comparing it to last year. Obviously, some dollars are changing here and there, but for the most part, I mean, we've gone through line, and if you have any questions about it, now is the time to ask. Everything is pretty much accounted for in there. So you'll notice there is a little significant, I mean, you're looking at $80,000 difference from miscellaneous funds from this current year into next year. Those are being distributed out, so you'll see the increases on the right side as well. I mean, other than that, everything else is pretty, self-explanatory when you look at the descriptions of where the funds are being distributed.
And I think through Doug and to you, Madam President, is that we are in good financial standing is what I think the words I would like to say as executive director. We're really good financial standing heading into the next fiscal year. I would say that we still don't have an answer on the retirement legislation, things of that nature. So that miscellaneous can go like that, which is why, while we're not calling it reserve, we're not calling it it's just miscellaneous. it really is important as we go through, and for those who may not know, there's some legislations for the regional planning agencies. Right now, we do not contribute because we consider ourselves a governmental entity. The retirement board feels differently, and there's been dialogue for the last 13 years or so, actually more about last 8 years. But again, we're keeping track through the other regional planning agencies, but we are in good financial standing for you, Mr. Chair.
And I think it's also important, Mary, that they understand that the finance committee last night voted overwhelmingly to support this budget. So
That's correct.
I would make it a little easier for them.
I think is that in the form of a motion?
Yes, it is.
All
I'll
right.
make that.
So Frank's made a motion to accept the budget as submitted. We have a second by Doug. Any questions or concerns? All right, seeing no hands, hearing no voices. Mary, can we do a roll call vote to accept the
I keep moving around,
FY,
so.
what is this, FY 23?
Abington. Oh, you're, unmute yourself, Stephen. Please.
Accept. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Avon,
Accept.
East Bridgewater,
Accept.
Hanson,
Accept.
Pembroke,
accept,
Plymouth,
Accept.
Stoughton,
Accept.
West Bridgewater,
Accept.
and Whitman.
Accept.
That's unanimous.
And I'll accept too.
Oh,
sorry.
did I miss?
She's out the door already. Oh my God. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. All right.
Show up in person?
All right, so next item on the agenda is to adjourn for the ROM annual meeting. So do we have a motion to adjourn the?
So moved, Madam President.
Okay, so a motion, do we have a second to adjourn this meeting for the ROM meeting? Second, Doug, roll call vote.
Abington,
Accept.
Avon,
Accept.
East Bridgewater, Hanson,
Accept.
Pembroke,
accept,
Plymouth,
Accept.
Accept.
Stoughton,
Accept.
West Bridgewater,
Accept.
Whitman.
Accept.
So we're gonna head into the ROM, Madam President, and we still don't have Val available, but we may be able to accept as an officer.
Sure.
If we go forward, so, want to open up the meeting?
Sure, I will open up the ROM meeting for June 29th, 2022. First item on the agenda is the accessibility statement. One moment, please.
You may want to have someone make a motion to waive
The reading.
Accessibility.
yes,
All right, we have a motion to waive. Do we have to, we'll have to do a roll call vote on this though, too?
yes, we will.
Yeah.
So it's probably faster just to read it. Okay. This meeting is accessible to people with disabilities. Microphones or telephones will be used by all speakers. Large group materials are available upon request. If you would like either of these accommodations, please contact Mary Waldron, 508-583-1833, extension 202. The notice of non-discrimination rates and protections to beneficiaries with regard to the Title VI non-discrimination protections and state non-discrimination protections is posted in the meeting room and is available on the Old Colony Planning Council website. Please contact Mary Waldron, 508-583-1833, extension 202 for more information. Okay, roll call the members, please.
Abington,
Accept.
Avon,
Accept.
East Bridgewater, Hanson,
Accept.
Pembroke,
accept,
Plymouth,
Accept.
Clinton,
Present here.
Stoughton,
Delegate.
West Bridgewater, and Whitman.
Okay, so first item on the agenda is the FY 2023 ROM budget.
Here is the FY 23 ROM budget, and we have an FY 22 budget from last year, the actual, and then the FY 23 projected. And the only real changes are in repairs and maintenance to the building, because we do plan on doing some building repairs in FY 23. And the utilities have been increased by a few $1,000s just for the usual increases. And everything else is about the same. The interest, the building loan interest I left it at it exactly the same, but it probably will come down a little bit because as the mortgage loan goes through, it tends to come down. So, here's the budget. Any questions?
Doug, did you have anything you wanted to say on that?
They're fixed costs, so I mean, for the most part, you're not gonna see much of a change in anything, you know, except for like utilities and whatnot, and any kind of maintenance, so. You know, if you have any questions on any of that. Brenda, right here.
So if we note at the bottom, it does say that the funds are there, and that it can cover, you know, any kind of increases that we put in the budget. And just for the other, some members who may be asking, what are we doing in the middle of ROM? So ROM is a separate 501c3 that is the owner of this building, and it is, when we do file the audit, it is a combined, am I calling it right? Combined audit, no, it's called.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's the-
thank you.
yeah, the budget, the audit is done with the numbers.
Correct.
combined.
So, and what we do, instead of having separate ROM meetings sort of in like every month, in addition to OCPC, it is combined, but once a year we form and we do the officers and then the budget separately, just for way of cleanliness and clean, and the auditors are fine with our process in doing that. So I just wanted to give that little bit of a PSA about why we're doing the ROM budget separately. There's some of the folks like Dan and Eldon and Lee who have been around for a while, who know this process probably well, more so than I do, but anyway, that's that for the budget. So we need a
All right.
motion.
Any questions or concerns on the ROM budget?
Move that it be approved, Madam Chairperson.
All right, we've got a motion from Frank, second, roll call vote for acceptance of the ROM budget as presented.
Abington,
Accept.
Avon,
Accept.
East Bridgewater, Hanson.
Accept.
I believe Kingston is on. Is Val, are you on? She was gonna be zooming. Let me see. Okay, I don't see if she's on. Pembroke, except Plymouth,
Accept.
Clinton,
Accept.
Stoughton,
Except,
West Bridgewater, and Whitman. Except. That's unanimous.
Excellent, thank you. All right, do you want to pull up the agenda
No,
again? real
yeah.
quick? Thank you very much. All right, so the next item on the agenda is the ROM officers.
So, the ROM officers are the same as OCPC officers for those that would like to, so we have two officers who are here in person. Sorry, wait a minute. Valerie is not, don't know how to do this. I'm just finding out whether Valerie would be on. If you can, we could just do just a 2-minute break. I'm just to see whether she's able to join.
Sure.
We could have her come on.
Even if she can call
I don't
in.
know if she really even needs to be here for this.
Doesn't just have to be a notice that it's like a changeover.
Very true.
Valerie's in the waiting room.
Oh, yeah, I made, Bill. Let's see where.
Want me to resend you the-
No, something's there, but there isn't. No one's in it, I should say.
Disable waiting room. Just click disable waiting room. All right, there shouldn't even be a waiting room now.
Megan, because like she answered my call and she's on her phone, so just maybe log you back in. Just keep an eye on
Yep.
it's like, yeah.
So we're just waiting for Val.
So.
I don't know. We can just-
Yeah, separated from the actual.
I'll let you- you just tell me what to do.
Yeah. Rockland Trust.
Mary, if she can't get in, I wonder if we could just get her on your phone.
But it's historical.
Why can't you get it?
No, she's.
That's a good idea. That's like what we did with the, I'm gonna put it on speaker.
Yeah, just put her on speaker.
Hey Val, you were on speaker and I'm putting you right next to the audio, so watch what you say. Hold on one second. Okay, ready? Go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hi, Val.
Hi.
All right, so we're in the ROM meeting right now, and we're getting to the point of the officers. So,
I could,
okay.
I could,
Do you want me to read this?
I was trying to just come back and log in. I can't do the phone and the,
That's all right, just stay on the phone, don't worry about the
Okay.
login. All right, so there will be a change of responsibility in installation of the incoming officers. This is an election to a position of leadership in the Old Colony Planning Council is an honor and unique responsibility. Your fellow members in electing you to, each of you, to your respective offices, President, Treasurer, or Secretary have given you their trust. They have expressed confidence that you'll be able to discharge your various duties with effectiveness and distinction. As officers of the Old Colony Planning Council, you will represent your membership to the region, to the residents of this region. You have pledged to do your best to participate at the highest ethical standards and to serve the public above all other considerations. All right, so before we do this, we should probably announce who the incoming officers are going to be. So we've got Val Massard, who will be serving as president. We've got Becky Collada, who will be serving as treasurer. And then we've got Sandra, who will be continuing in the secretary position. So, okay.
Stand right next to my phone, because in that way you can get.
All right.
Okay.
So Val and Becky, do you pledge to uphold the governing bylaws and documents of the Old Colony Planning Council? And do you, in the presence of your fellow members, pledge yourself faithfully to discharge the duties of the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability?
I do.
I do.
All right, if so, please answer. I will. Okay. All right, you have heard the pledge of your officers-elect. As the president of the Old Colony Planning Council, and I now declare each of you officially installed into the office for which you were elected. My congratulations and best wishes to each of you. All right, well, there you go, Val, passing on the baton. All right.
Thank you. I have big shoes to fill.
Okay, so, so by this symbolic act, the authority and responsibility of leadership is transferred to you and the other new officers. So thank you very much. Okay, so I'll make a motion at this point that we adjourn the ROM meeting. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we've got a second. Roll call vote. Abington,
Accept.
Avon,
Accept.
East Bridgewater,
Accept.
Hanson,
Accept.
Kingston,
Accept.
Pembroke,
Accept.
Plymouth,
Accept.
Plimpton, except Stoughton,
Except,
West Bridgewater,
Accept.
and Whitman. Okay, all right, so at this point, we'll reconvene the OCPC annual meeting. Do we need a motion for that, or can I just reconvene?
We're going to reconvene.
Okay, all right, so at this point, we will do the swearing in for the OCPC officers, who are the same individuals. So election to your position of leadership in the Old Colony Planning Council is an honor and unique responsibility. Your fellow members in electing each of you to your respective offices of president, treasurer, or secretary have given you their trust. They have expressed confidence that you'll be able to discharge your various duties with effectiveness and distinction. As officers of the Old Colony Planning Council, you will represent your membership to the residents of this region. You have pledged to do so to your best, to participate at the highest ethical standards, and to serve the public above all considerations. Val and Becky, do you pledge to uphold the governing bylaws and documents of the Old Colony Planning Council? And do you, in the presence of your fellow members, pledge yourself faithfully to discharge the duties of the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability?
I will.
All right, excellent. You've heard the pledge of your officers-elect. As the president of the Old Colony Planning Council, I now declare each of you officially installed into the office for which you were elected. My congratulations, best wishes, and thank you. It's the gavel for Old Colony Planning Council. The authority and responsibility of leadership is transferred to you and the other new officers. So thank you both very much. And Sandy, who will be continuing as secretary. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're on to, you already talked about the retirement legislation. So the proposed legislation for continued hybrid meetings.
So this council, 2 meetings ago, voted to support writing to our legislators. I know Senator Brady is here
Yes,
today.
he is
There
with
he is. And we have our former delegate from Brockton, Bob Miranda, who has joined us today. But the hybrid is it's really important to us, Senator, while you're here, to take it back to your fellow legislators. I know that there's pending bill that is, I believe that was in the conference committee. Because otherwise, we really couldn't be able to do what we're doing here in a hybrid. We're being active here. So we're going to continue to support that, and we'll look forward to seeing some passing. So that's the update on the hybrid meetings.
Excellent, thank you, Mary. All right, so next item on the agenda is updated OPEB declaration of trust. So Doug, do you want to take the lead with this one?
I mean, we've discussed the declaration of trust. We brought it to the council a few months back, and then we made some adjustments to that trust, which was brought back down to the finance committee meeting. Those changes have been addressed. They've been made. We voted yesterday to pass the declaration of trust from the finance committee to bring forth here to the council. And now we're just waiting for the council to vote that in place.
All right, any questions or concerns on the final OPEB declaration of trust document that was in all of your packets? I can scroll through it if you want. I don't think you need to. All right, doesn't look like we've got any questions. How about a motion to accept the OPEB declaration of trust as submitted?
So moved, Madam
All
Chair.
right, do we have a
I'll second.
second? All right, and a second, Stephen beat you to the second. All right, so roll call vote, Mary, for acceptance of the OPEB declaration of trust.
I should know this by heart, right?
I know.
Avon, I'm sorry, Abington.
Accept.
Stephen, Avon, East Bridgewater. I don't think Halifax is here.
Yes. Oh, no, she is. Sorry.
That's okay. Hanson,
Accept.
Kingston,
Accept.
Pembroke, Fleming,
Accept.
Plimpton,
Accept.
Stoughton,
Except
West Bridgewater, and Whitman.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you all very much. This has been kind of a frustrating process. It was, one step forward, 2 steps back, but I think we're in the position now in a good spot going forward where we've got a solid document that will help us, guide us through the process of getting our ducks in a row and being where we need to be with OPEB. Okay, so we've got, Megan, did you want to pull up the slide?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I thought I had it up and I didn't. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
This is really a snappy setup.
This is all Megan.
Oh my gosh, this is so
Oh,
cool.
dear.
All right, so this is, congratulations to Mary. She was chosen as a Commonwealth heroine for the great work that she has done. And it was a tremendous honor. We're all very proud of her. So congratulations on being such a great advocate for the people of the region. So thank you, Mary.
Wow.
Team's idea. So
That's like 30 pounds lighter than I am right now, but thank you for taking that picture.
Yeah, good choice.
I knew you looked beautiful at your daughter's wedding, and it was perfect. So.
Exactly. All right. So any suggestions for future? Well, I feel like I'm overstepping. This might be, I'll take suggestions for future meeting agenda items in a summer schedule, but Val will be, and Becky will be serving as your officers going forward. So what we had talked about was the possibility of taking, a month off, maybe
Maybe 2.
maybe July and August.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, so, but the executive committee would still meet,
That's
correct?
To keep business going.
Okay, all right, so this is something that we had been talking about, we've been working very hard this past year, and we felt like, it might be a good time to take a little bit of a break with the executive committee still conducting business over the summer, but giving everybody some time off for good behavior. So do we have, is there any concern with taking July and August off, starting up again in September, and the executive committee meeting and taking care of business? If there's anything that we need, the rest of the council needs to be aware of, I'm sure that they will bring it to our attention.
Madam Chairperson, I'd like to make that amendment motion, but in an amended form. I would like to have the remaining executive committee do it by Zoom rather than have to come home and do it and so forth. The remainder of the July executive and the August executive. So I'll make that the form. of a motion.
Okay, so you want, is that Doug and I to stay for June and July, or no, the new committee,
Yeah.
the new executive
Yeah,
committee,
right.
but to be able to do it via Zoom?
Well, but to be available for Zoom only. In
Okay,
other words, why come back from vacation and have to meet with 4 people?
okay, yeah, that sounds wonderful to me. All right, so we've got a motion to take the
July and August.
July and August off. The executive committee will meet via Zoom on the typical days, the last Wednesday of the month. So a motion, Frank, do we have a second? Okay, we've got a second.
By acclamation?
Roll call vote for taking off the month of July and August.
Abington,
Accept.
Avon,
Except,
East Bridgewater. Hanson,
Accept wholeheartedly.
Kingston,
Agreed wholeheartedly.
Pembroke, Plymouth,
Accept.
wholeheartedly, Plimpton,
Accept.
Stoughton,
Except
West Bridgewater, and Whitman. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you all very much for that. All right, so we do have some awards. Mary, I don't know if you want to take the lead here.
The first one is going to have you, let's do Doug.
Okay. Doug, come on up. That's gonna need some reading glasses to see that. Okay, I got it. Thank you. All right, come on up, Doug. All right, so we're gonna finish up with a couple of awards for those of you who are at home. So this is Doug's last meeting as our treasurer, and unfortunately, probably as a council member, because he has moved out of the region. But there's always a spot at the table for you. All right, so this is a award presented to Douglas Silvestri, celebrating his 10 years chair of the Finance Audit Committee and treasurer. His services as delegate from the town of Stoughton demonstrated leadership, service, and commitment to the Old Colony Planning Council, June 2019 to June 2020. And this is with sincere gratitude and appreciation of the council officers, delegates, alternates, and staff.
I mean, I came to the council 3 years ago. I've been part of I was treasurer 2 years ago. It was a great experience. I mean, helping run a budget for the OCPC and with the delegates, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better group. Very passionate about what they do. It's a great learning experience, like I said. So Becky, you'll be taking the reins, so let me know if you need help on it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
Just stay with Christine for 1 second. Megan's going to get a
Okay.
picture. We did not get the professional.
Let's get close like we like each other.
Lots of quality time together.
I know, they're close. Oh my gosh, it's usually Zoom. All right, thank you, Doug, so much. Okay, Fred, can you come up?
Freddie, baby.
Yay! All right, so this award is presented to Fred Gometti. He's the OCPC delegate from the town of Whitman. We're celebrating 43 years of commitment and service. I mean, that's longer than I've been alive. I wish. To the Old Colony Planning Council, 1979 to 2002, longest serving member. With sincere gratitude and appreciation, the Old Colony Planning Council officers, delegates, alternates, and staff. So thank you
Thank you.
very much. Anything you'd like to say?
I was a young man when I came here. At first, it was Dan Crane that welcomed me, and there was, I'm trying to think of some of the names. John DeMarco. John DeMarco said, "Who the hell are you?" And I said, I'm the delegate from Whitman. And of course, we had all of them, I don't know, most of them are gone now. Dempsey, you remember Dempsey?
Yeah.
Dempsey always had, if we were just trying to get out of here, Dempsey would have a question that would just start the whole. So it was a good 47 years, 43 years, excuse me. I don't know, I'm overwhelmed. I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I get to do this last one.
Thank you, Mary.
She won't let me do this, but she made me take things out of the annual report.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna say this because it's my opportunity, and I know I'm speaking for not only the staff, but for those that have been previous with Bob Moran and, those new who have come on. This woman right here has, again, right? I started in December of 2019 and COVID happened right when I started the year. But Christine was right there and we communicated, we met, we discussed things, and Val, I expect the same thing. But that word transparency that's within this year's annual report is really important. It was how she led with us and how that is then been transferred to staff as well as all of you. And while this is just an award, it means much, much more. I know Charlie and the others that are on, she's gonna make you all sign up for subcommittees because that's the only way this is really gonna work. But in all honesty, it has been you have been a leader and someone that has been, I really truly feel, a great stakeholder for making these last 3 years and amazing years and us all being productive and feel that we're all supported. So with love.
Thank you, Mary, very much. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. Bring it back in. Bring it back in. Oh, yeah, we gotta get flowers in.
I didn't wear my big girl shoes.
I know, you're a midget. Okay, thank you.
And Madam President, I have a few other things to present as well.
Oh, geez, thank you.
I have to confess, I like supporting the local businesses, and especially family-owned businesses. So I tried to go to Gallows Candy, but they were closed at 5:30 tonight, so I didn't get Gallows here, but here's a little.
Oh, thank you.
And this is a
I
gift.
love chocolate.
And this is a gift for you, and wish you the best of luck, and thank you for your services, President.
Thank you.
And to Mr. Gometti, thank you very much, and I knew Dan Crane and the rest of the group for many years when I was elected on the city council, so I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. And again, as I tried to get Gallows, like, you're gonna Hey, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for your service. And thank you to everybody.
Thank you very much.
John, thank you to everybody on the Old Colony Planning Council. As I mentioned, long before I got in the State House, I worked with OCPC with Dan and a lot of the members that are here, and most of you know me, but I'm Mike Brady, the state senator, and any help we can be moving forward. I know Mary and a few of us talk quite frequently on the need, and especially what was mentioned virtual. The state legislator is still working either in person or virtually, so we can't be hypocrites. So if we can do it, you all can do it, not just with COVID, but that's the way the world is living today. I mean, a lot of people are working out of home, local offices, and I have to confess, my staff likes working from home instead of driving into Boston every day, so we switch off. But any help we can be, and I know there's a lot of, like we got some homework petitions East Bridgewater working on, and I appreciate it because there's so many things going on with infrastructure and road work and water issues across the South Shore. My district is changing, so I've been honored to represent the town of Plimpton for the past couple of years, and also Hanover, which I'm going to miss, and then Easton in the new district. They're adding Avon and part of Randolph. And that's, of course, if I get elected and so forth, but I appreciate all your work and support, because you're a great team, and it's been a great team effort here, so
So
thank
we're gonna
you.
put you on the legislative committee.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, this remote has been key to our success. It's because not everybody can be here at 6
Right.
o'clock, and we've got so much better participation with having the hybrid. So it really is important to the productivity of groups like this that are, regionally focused.
Absolutely.
So anything you could do. would be greatly
Please keep
appreciated.
in contact, and as you know, sometimes we don't get some legislation passed the first time around, we have to refile it, because it's the way the world goes, and sometimes we pass things in a blink of an eye, so communication is the key, and I've been friends with a lot of the members here and worked very well with everyone here, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. very much. This has been truly an honor. To work with all of you, such a great group of people with a variety of backgrounds and experiences, and the level of engagement has been fantastic. And I think because we've had such great discussions, we've been able to be so worked in such great collaboration and get so much done. So awesome. Thank you all so much. It's truly been an honor.
A small conference room, and I'll be sending something out to the members by way of an email, but sign up for a committee. It doesn't take much time. Lee Hartman and the team for the bylaws has done, we made some incredible improvements, and now it's there, so it should not require a lot of work, but that will be reviewed on an annual basis. The Personnel Committee with Stephen Santasonio and others, again, we spent a lot of time on that, and that it keeps improving as we do. That will be reviewed on an annual basis. So
Yeah, it's the building blocks
It is.
for the success of the organization, and by working together, we've got us in a good position going forward.
So I think the goal is for us to keep moving forward, have more people within the region to know about the good work that we're doing. The more that we can build that up, the better, the better that we all are as a region. So there's still food in the other room. There's some refreshments over on the table. We'll be toasting to Christine and to Doug and to Fred, but as well as to all of those members. So
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second? All right, all in favor? Raise your hands. Aye. Aye. All right, enjoy your summer. Thank you all so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.